A very good morning to everyone present today. My name is Ishwaar Singh and I'm presenting my program entitled Convertible English Teachers from Parents to Teachers. Before we move further, there is a story untold closely related to this program idea. Throughout the pandemic, some of the parents were laid off from their job. Many had to take a drastic pay cut, and while those who still had their job with them had to work from home. And with the school closure, their children are at home as well. Overnight, they became uncertified teachers. Their kids are looking for them for answers for each and every question from every subject that is taught in school. And this has caused immense stress in them. This stress was portrayed in a message to me, given by a parent, apologizing to me for her child's inability to complete a task because she is unable to teach. A short message, but it's so strong. A voice of helplessness, a voice of frustration, when it's not even her fault. This paper got me thinking, what could I have done better? In this pandemic, if a home can be transformed into a school, why don't we transform and convert parents into teachers? And that is how my program was given birth. Convertible English Teachers from Parents to Teachers, a program that acts as a support group for parents out there who had to be teachers overnight. For this program, I focus on guiding parents on the basic, which is to teach phonics sounds, blending of phonics, and finally decoding the words at home. Why phonics? Phonics is the foundation for a child to be able to read. And as we all know, reading opens up doors that we can only wonder. This program is carried out for parents whereby they will come to school on a weekly basis on a Saturday with their children, whereby they will be trained and guided. And therefore, a role play will be done with their children and teacher will facilitate and assist based on the modules that have been provided. The modules include phonic notes, activities, and task sheet that parents and children can do together. Besides that, the parents will also be guided, trained, and assisted, motivated to be exposed to phonic games that are useful to make learning lively and fun at home. Other than that, exposure will also be given to other activities such as storytelling and crossword puzzle, so that parents and children can carry out interesting activities at home together involving English language. The focus group are the year 2 parents because in 2020, their children who are in year 1 missed most of the schooling process. The basic foundation had not been laid strongly when schools were suddenly closed in March 2020. And when they came back, we had to restart everything over again. And in the months to come, schools were closed again. Therefore, that is the idea why I'm focusing on phonics at first. To implement a strong foundation, because phonics is the process that is important for reading. If a child could not read, then his future would definitely be bleak, and we do not want that to happen. Throughout my study, I identified that 85% of the year 2 parents are single working parents, meaning to say that during the weekdays, they have someone at home with them who will be able to guide and train them throughout these phonics activities. I have conducted a survey whereby out of 120 parents, 90 parents have agreed to participate in this program. Thus, the objectives of the program is to curb illiteracy among pupils and to ensure that they have a strong foundation in reading. Besides that, it is also to increase the band scores in the assessment, especially when it comes to English and the 4 main core modules. Other than that, it also looks at strengthening parental involvement in the classroom as they work hand in hand with teachers in this pandemic to train their children to master English. The benefit of spillover will be to many parties. For teachers, it will be time-saving as parents will be able to train their children at home for phonics, whereby teachers can focus on other interesting activities at home. As for the school, it will be able to increase school quality through increased grades and assessment. As for the children and the parents, it will be able to develop the bonding as they will be able to carry out interesting activities together, guided by the teacher. The impact will be seen through increased band score for reading module, whereby the spillover will be for listening, speaking and writing module, because when they read, they will obtain content that is useful for their speaking. And when reading as well, they'll be looking at the sentence structure that will definitely elevate their writing skills. Trained parents can be called in schools to be assistant teachers for English teachers especially. This will be very helpful as my school have large number of pupils in the classroom. And the best part of all, this program will be able to create an English culture at home. The materials provided would not be only useful for their children who are in year 2, but also to their siblings. Younger siblings who might be in kindergarten will also be able to take part in the learning process. As for the sustainability, the teachers will train the first batch parents before they will be upgraded into first generation trainers. And these parents will be training the second batch parents before both of them combining together to be trainers to train the third batch of parents. Therefore, at the end of the day, teachers only act as facilitator, making this program for parents by parents. Publicity will be carried out through different media such as Facebook, whereby my school page have 2,117 followers. Videos will be done whereby my school studio have 110 subscribers, and infographic posters to encourage more parents to take part into this program in the coming future. As for the fund management, I'm asking for 800 ringgit to buy a printer. A printer that is able to print 100 modules that is available for 5 batches, and each module contains 50 pages. As for the reading material, I'm asking for 165 ringgit to buy 36 hardcover books whereby parents can take the book home and conduct storytelling activities with their children on a weekly basis. I'll also be asking for 440 ringgit to buy 20 units of phonic games whereby it will be used throughout the program, throughout all the batches. And an operational cost of 596 ringgit for stationery, refreshment and emergency, totaling the cost to RM 2,000 ringgit. However, if given the opportunity to be given extra funds, I will use the extra funds to get some technological gadgets such as Huawei Tab 5 at a cost of 300 ringgit per unit. 10 units for 3,000 ringgit to be used during the program on a weekly basis to help and guide parents. For the process flow, phase 1 will be carried out for 4 weeks where parents will be given exposure to phonics, train and guidance. As for the phase 2 for 2 weeks, parents will be exposed on how to train and guide their children through blending the words. And the special phase throughout all the 6 weeks on a weekly basis, parents will be given exposure and intensive training for storytelling activities and techniques. And at the end of the 6th week, parents will be given an opportunity to sit for an examination to be first generation trainers to help teachers to train their future batch. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of my presentation. Learning from home can be difficult, but it is definitely achievable. Drastic times requires drastic measures, and we need to support the the parents. And we have the capability of doing so. So why not? Thank you very much for listening.